Welcome to the Secrets of the Bible channel. Padre Pio, a revered spiritual figure, made a prophecy that had a great impact on the entire world. His real name was Francesco Forgione, and he was an outstanding personality who lived in Italy from 1887 to 1968. A member of the Capuchin religious order, he was known as Padre Pio, which means pious father in Italian. He is widely venerated as a saint in the Catholic Church. Padre Pio joined the Capuchin order at age 15 and spent most of his life at the monastery of San Giovanni Rotondo. In 1918, he experienced an extraordinary phenomenon. He developed marks on his body similar to Jesus' wounds, known as stigmata. This event caught the attention of the Catholic Church, which investigated the case. Despite initial concerns, Padre Pio became very famous during his lifetime. Many people visited him in San Giovanni Rotondo, and he founded a hospital near the monastery called Casa Salvo della Sofferenza. Even after his death, Padre Pio continued to be admired by people around the world, and the Catholic Church officially recognized him. In 1999, he was beatified by Pope John Paul II, and in 2002, he was canonized. Today, special relics related to him can be found in a sanctuary near the convent of San Giovanni Rotondo, an important site for pilgrims who pay homage to him. During his lifetime, Padre Pio made many predictions, some of which were carefully recorded while others were transmitted orally. One of his most notable prophecies talks about 3 days of darkness, a revelation that aroused great curiosity. According to this prophecy, there will be 3 days and nights of intense darkness covering the earth, and the only light will come from specially blessed beeswax candles. Padre Pio warned that all opponents of the Church would meet their end during this period, recalling the 10 biblical plagues that covered Egypt in darkness. Padre Pio offered guidance on how people should prepare for these days, advising them to cover windows, pray the rosary, read spiritual books, and seek spiritual communion and love. He warned against leaving the house and recommended stocking up on food to anticipate disturbances in nature, such as firestorms. The predicted horrors included hurricanes, firestorms, severe weather, lightning, and earthquakes that would strike the earth for 2 days, followed by a continuous rain of fire on a very cold night. He assured that those who believed would be safe, especially if they sought the protection of the Virgin Mary. Signs that the 3 days of darkness are approaching indicate that it is time to prepare by stocking up on food, clothing, water, and other essentials. Prophecy is seen by some as a literal event, and by others as symbolic. However, it is widely recognized that we live in a time of disobedience to God's laws, which could lead to a corrupt direction. Therefore, it is advisable to be prepared. Padre Pio gave specific advice on how to prepare for these events. He mentioned that people should watch out for signs such as very cold nights, strong winds, and lightning. When noticing these signs, they should lock all doors and windows, not talk to anyone outside, and kneel before a crucifix to ask forgiveness for their sins and protection from the Virgin Mary. He warned not to look during the earthquake, as God's wrath must be taken seriously. Due to the spread of poisonous gases by wind, those who ignore these warnings may face instant death. However, those who suffer and die innocently will be considered martyrs and will join God in his kingdom. Padre Pio announced that Satan would triumph briefly, but after 3 nights of earthquake and fire, the sun would shine again and angels would descend from heaven to bring peace to earth. Survivors will feel enormous gratitude. In addition to the stigmata, Padre Pio is known for his mystical experiences and supernatural visions. He frequently reported encounters with Jesus, Mary, and other saints who conveyed messages of faith and spiritual guidance to him. These visions not only strengthened his own faith, but also inspired many of his followers. Padre Pio was also known for his bilocation abilities, the ability to be in 2 places at once, and for reading souls, a gift that allowed him to perceive the sins and spiritual needs of the people who came to confess to him. Impact and spiritual legacy. Padre Pio's impact goes beyond his prophecies and miracles. His example of life, marked by humility, devotion, and sacrifice, became a source of inspiration for millions of believers around the world. His work at the Casa Salvo della Sofferenza Hospital, for example, continues to be a living legacy of his commitment to charity and caring for the sick, controversies, and investigations. Throughout his life, Padre Pio also faced controversy and skepticism. Catholic Church authorities have, on several occasions, investigated his claims of stigmata and other supernatural phenomena. Some of these investigations were rigorous and led to periods of restrictions where Padre Pio was prevented from celebrating Mass publicly or hearing confessions. However, many of his followers remained steadfast in their belief in Padre Pio's sanctity, and his mystical experiences continued to be widely revered. The prophecy of 3 days of darkness. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is one of the best known associated with Padre Pio. It predicts a period of total darkness on earth, during which the only means of illumination will be through blessed beeswax candles. During these days, those who are not spiritually prepared may face great tribulations. This prophecy echoes other private revelations within the Catholic tradition and is often compared to the plagues of Egypt described in the Old Testament. Although not an official doctrine of the Church, this prediction continues to be a point of reflection and preparation for many devout Catholics. Meaning and interpretation of prophecies. Padre Pio's prophecies, including the 3 days of darkness, are seen by many as a call to conversion and spiritual preparation. They serve as a reminder to keep faith, seek reconciliation, and be prepared for future events that may challenge humanity. Padre Pio emphasized the importance of prayer, penance, and the sacrament of confession as means of spiritual strengthening. His messages continue to resonate powerfully among the faithful, encouraging a life of devotion and moral righteousness, pilgrimages, and continuous devotion. The sanctuary at San Giovanni Rotondo, where Padre Pio spent much of his life, continues to be an important destination for pilgrimages. Faithful from all over the world visit the site to pay homage, seek miracles, and experience a spiritual connection with Padre Pio. His relics, including his robes and personal objects, are venerated, and many report receiving graces and miraculous healings through his intercession. Padre Pio remains a central figure in contemporary Catholic spirituality, and his life and teachings continue to inspire new generations of believers. Dear brothers and sisters, thank you for staying with us until the end of this video. Let's say a prayer together to ask for Padre Pio's blessing on each one of us. Prayer to Padre Pio. O beloved Padre Pio, faithful servant of God and powerful intercessor, we turn to you at this moment with hearts full of faith and hope. We ask for your intercession with the Lord so that our lives are blessed with peace, health, and protection. Grant us the strength to face difficulties with courage, the wisdom to make fair decisions, and the grace to remain firm in faith. May your example of humility and devotion inspire our hearts to love and serve God with all our being. We ask you, Padre Pio, to intercede for all our intentions, especially for the needs of our brothers and sisters who watch this video. May your blessings be showered upon each of them. Amen. If you were blessed by this message and want to continue receiving inspiring content, don't forget to like this video and leave your comment below. Your participation is very important to us and helps us to bring the message of faith and love of Our Lady and Padre Pio to more people. Subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss our next videos. May God and Our Lady greatly bless your life.